Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
The film was based in LA, but you filmed in Atlanta. How different was that?
It was my first time being here. So
Okay.
Period.
Yeah. Really? So it was definitely a little culture shock. You know, it's a lot of it's very country out here.
Wait. You
just
missed
it.
Fine country.
Yeah.
I'm from
I'm from Philly. I thought the same thing.
Compared to LA, for sure. It's a lot, but country isn't a bad thing. Country is a bad thing.
There's a better word.
It's a wholesome thing.
It's only a bad thing to country people.
Well, you say
in LA,
you say it's wholesome out here. You don't say.
That's what I was gonna say.
It feels like a big small dump.
Yeah.
It's like there's people are nice, people are honest, they want to talk to you. It's not like it is in LA. The food's good, the food's heavy, right? You know, and so that's what I meant by like it being country. Like that, it's what I kind of envision this country being. Except it's safe, you know, because there's like some country that's like country.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do movies together. I totally think that. Did you guys use any, as you talking about, like off-script things and off-camera, like being as though you have a good relationship already, did you guys have like your own personal experiences that you kind of mixed into the movies during different scenes?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we had bits.
So we had jokes that we would do off camera
that we would just bring in, and like for example, the scene where we both start barfing or making each other dance.
Right.
Well, that was just a joke we've been doing a lot those days. Where like whenever one of us would start talking, so then in a scene, we're just improvising, and all of a sudden I think goes like, so then we just start where we're like, well, we're going to do the same joke at craft service in the back of the hotel. Yeah. We might as well just do it now. So that's kind of the only thing I can think of, like things like that we brought to it.
How important is creating your brand in this industry? Because there's a lot of up-and-coming talent that's, whether it's movies or television, how important is it sticking to your brand?
Me personally, I feel like the brand comes later. I feel like you gotta like work your way to get to that position. Like Kevin Hart is kind of like working his brand in now. Right. He was like working to get that star power to where people even care that you have that.
I think at our level, we feel similar where we're at.
Was there anything in particular in assimilating the role?
There are kind of like bad things about LAPD and how they're kind of like racist and stuff like that. But I guess I took away knowing that their job's like a lot harder than you think, or you never really know a person's intentions. So you kind of have to be like, you have to have your adrenaline running your whole time. The minute you get in that car, you can die. So
it's a scary job.
I respect it.
I actually just did a ride along with like somebody in like
scary.
I grew up on the west side, Bankhead, which is like infamous here. I just did a ride along, so it was crazy. I also dressed as a cop for Halloween.
So you did.
I can totally and exactly what happened in the movie. I mean,
people
I didn't get called to like thing, but I mean, I got to go to the front of the line. Actually, I wasn't even dressed as a cop. I had a police shirt.
No, people change when they see you.
Oh, it was crazy. Like it was crazy. Yeah. So, what was the most memorable moment in taping for each of you?
I know mine for sure was when a naked Simone's testicles went in Damon's face.
Yeah. Is that the symbol?
Yeah. It's definitely mine.
Was that real? I mean, like,
100%.
Yeah, real body parts.
How does that work though? I mean, like, because you see it on the script, and it's kind of like,
well, in the script it was written.
The thing in the script it wasn't written like that. That scene was kind of our movie. We were shooting a rated R version and the PG-13 version.
Okay.
At the same time, you do two takes.
And so
how did that affect?
So we wanted a rated R.
So you do a take where you say like, "Get the fuck out of here," and then you'd have to do a take again where you go, "Get the heck out of here."
Oh, okay.
Then in the end, they were going to put together what movie they thought were.
And you shot those scenes the whole time.
To ensure that we got a rated R movie because that's what we wanted, and that's kind of what they wanted too. I did the scene where the guy is naked.
But they wanted to pitch. They were like, "Well, we can put him in underwear."
That's not fun.
And Damon's like, "It's just so much funnier, and so much more of a personal desire of his."
No,
to have a man's butthole testicles in his face. He even said, "Whoa, I don't care about the movie. in life, I want this man's butthole in my face, which I thought was brave.
I've never talked to
brave.
him. I've never talked to him since.
Well, that's how you do.
No.
Was that hit him and quit him? Was that your first time taping a movie like that, like taping 2 versions, or is that kind of custom?
Yes, it was
I'd
the
never
first
even
time.
heard of it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
They basically told us they wanted it to be R, but they felt like PG-13s are an easier win, and so they just wanted backup. And everyone at Fox had been so cool to us, by casting us, by giving us the chance. So we're 100%. We were in.
So you get extra money for doing that?
Oh,
Just longer days.
come on.
Longer days.
Just more work.
We get paid in longer days.
How much influence did the director have in the movie? I understand it was kind of based off of personal experience he had on Halloween.
Well, he and the writer, they did that experience together, and they wrote it together, and hung out a bunch.
So did they say anything to you guys during different scenes, like, hey, we want you to do it like this. Our experience was like that. Or did they just let y'all?
No, they kind of let us go
They
once
let
we
us
started.
with it.
Yeah, the director was really great with all the action. He had a real vision for how that was going to look and how that was going to go, and he really stuck to that. And we didn't really have many opinions on that because we felt like we'd watch his takes and they looked really cool. But in terms of like the comedy and all that, he kind of
like,
us
here you go.
Yeah.
Was it easy for you guys to actually, go on set and do the takes and everything, like you were just saying, you was watching and everything? Did you guys feel like it was being difficult? Did you guys adjust or?
No. I mean, I feel like the action scenes were a little kind of like out of our jurisdiction.
Okay.
But as far as the comedy stuff goes,
How was it like learning the stunt to do it? I mean, obviously one of your biggest was
that's right. That's considered a stunt.
yeah.
And getting
This is a
slammed
comedic
on glass
gag.
table.
I mean, well, this is
Yeah, it's a stunt.
Yeah, it's a stunt.
You
It
know-
was very heavy.
Yeah. We had to do a lot of takes because he kept trying to lick him.
No, I did not.
That wasn't
I
it.
was trying to tickle him off.
He was like this, get off me! And he's like, how am I going to get him off if I don't use the strongest muscle in the human body, the tongue?
It's not the strongest human body muscle. That's not the strongest muscle.
But no, the stunts were, we had stunt guys who did the majority of the really hard stuff. So what we had to do
I didn't
is,
try to look him.
you did smell him.
I did not.
This is a true story.
I took a whiff because I was like, is this going to smell the way that I know?
So afterwards, me, Rego, and Damon were all hanging out, and we're all laughing. And then he goes, man, he smelled bad. And then we thought about it. The man was on top of him for 30 seconds.
That's not what I said.
For
I said
30
he
seconds.
didn't smell as bad as I thought he was.
Fine, that's what he said. Now you think about this. For 30 seconds of your life, you can't hold your breath. You have a naked man's asshole on top of you,
It was not
and your
30
instinct
seconds.
is this.
It's not 30 seconds. It wasn't 30 seconds. I smelled one time, and it was just because I couldn't breathe. And you guys were pulling him onto me more.
So you see it in the movie, but Rigo plays a real competent. He's not there for comedy. I'm really serious. And in the script, it's we take this naked man off our fellow cop.
Right.
But in the moment, it's too funny. We were dying. So Rigo and I look at each other, and we pull the man's ass closer to David's face. So you see in the movie, he's like going, oh! Then we see him, and then balls get closer, and then it comes.
How many takes did you have to do?
It's two.
Okay.
Second.
Being from the Wayans family, tree and whatnot, do you feel like you have higher expectations when you do comedy and things of that nature?
I mean, no. I mean, as long as I don't do something outright terrible,
Right.
I don't really care because I'm like, all glory to the older Wayans. So I never really compare myself to them because I feel like it's one win is a win for all of us.
Everybody, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you hope people take, both of you, what do you hope people take away from watching the movie? I mean, of course, hilarious, funny, good times, but other than that, like, what do you hope people take?
At least for me, I hope people laugh, have a really good time, and then the message of the kind of movie is it's never too late. If you believe in something, go for it. Doesn't matter what stage of life you're at. Both these guys are ready to quit, when the movie starts, and even though their dream's kind of stupid, they stick to it, and they kind of find their happiness. So I hope people laugh and have a good time and kind of take that believe in yourself mentality.
Can you guys see a part 2 coming once it has wonderful success in the box office?
I mean, if it has wonderful success in the box office, we're definitely doing part 2. That's
Not if. What?
Now we're talking.
When?
I think it's going to be hilarious. I think people are going to love it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Individually, do you guys have separate projects coming up, or is this just your main project you guys are focused on right now?
This is kind of
This guy has a.
just.
He was about to
Whatever you're
downplay
gonna
it.
say, you couldn't stop laughing. No, he has an instructional DVD about how to be America's hunk. Where it's more like dancing.
He's gonna do this. This private play, right? Starring you and.
You can't get through it. You lose, man. We go back to the show New Girl.
Okay.
So he's coming back for season 4. So
Okay,
that'll be
cool.
really fun.
Yeah.
We'll do a season of that. But, we really hope people see this movie. So we're kind of like, if it does well, which we hope it does, we're talking about a new one.
Never talking to you.
We'll do our part.
Thanks.
Last question from me. What's your definition of success?
My definition of success is being happy with the person you are when no one's around.
Ooh, I like
Good
that.
answer.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna take it down. That's right.
My question for you two guys: where do you guys see your careers in the next 5 years?
Super huge movie star. Super huge movie star with like as many like little women around me as possible.
Selling purses on the street in New York, and when the cops come, splitting. No, I just hope to be working. I like working. I like being in good stuff. So I hope in 5 years I'm not, on the outside looking in. I hope I'm on the inside looking out.
And that's a good answer. I like you weren't specific. But I like your answer, Dave.
I was kidding.
But just working. You just want to just stay relevant. And that's
right.
it. And I think that's the main thing. You guys being actors and everything. Everyone is trying to stick their foot in the door. So you have to, I don't want to say, step on someone else, but you have to make yourself, prominent.
Yeah.
Totally.
As long as I just keep growing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you guys enjoy doing sitcoms more than films at this point, or films more than sitcoms?
I feel like sitcoms are good because, especially if you have like a lot of family that you like to see and stuff like that, it keeps you kind of stationary because you're shooting in the same place at the same time. You're local, you get to sleep in your own bed. Movies are good because you get to do things that you wouldn't normally do, but you're also like far away from people that you love.
I think the difference is sitcoms are the day job, movies are the projects. So you do a project where you're like, ooh, let's see what happens with this one. But you could do a movie that doesn't turn out, no one ever hears about it, there's no release. People we know were shooting movies when we were shooting ours, same budget, movie didn't turn out, no one's heard about it. But if you have a TV show, you go back to it's kind of the 9 to 5, where you're going to do 22 episodes, you're going to work Monday to Friday, you're going to do 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then hopefully a movie comes out. Who knows how it does? But you want a couple of those while you're doing TV.
I was going to ask, do you ever do both at the same time?
You
like
can't do it
movies?
at the same time because TV, the grind of it is no joke. An episode takes us 12 hours a day, 5 days a week for one episode. So you're doing Monday through Friday for each one. But you're off March through August. So in that time, you try to put in something to hopefully be released the following summer. We shot this one last year.
Okay.
So you hope to shoot something while promoting something and then go back to TV.
Do you see yourself doing projects with your family? Because I know you got your whole family.
I would love a White Chicks too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, but whatever. I mean, whatever they want me to do, I'll do.
Good.
Well, not whatever.
I know.
But
I got a pitch for you then. That's
no,
your mentality.
I said no. I corrected myself immediately.
Yeah, but you said it. Can we get that on record?
I did.
I mean, just tell me that we're good.
How long was the filming process for this film?
2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you were in the country for 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna let you let it.
Deep south.
What part of Atlanta did y'all shoot in?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Locations every day.
I'm trying to give you credit. I wanted you to say like backwoods, like.
No, downtown, right in the
Yeah,
heart.
right, yeah,
right in the heart of the country.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Well, I think that's it.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so